The $1,000,000 question I always have for people this time of year, holiday season. What is your favorite holiday movie that you watched like 45 million times in the month of November and December? Panda, go first.
There's more than one. Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas and Christmas Vacation. Christmas Vacation for sure.
Emmett Otter.
And Emmett Otter. The
Jug Band outtakes are what I watch a million times during this season. That is what I
Right.
Yes. Remember the tire coming out of the building?
Yeah. Derek.
So I'm going to go with, and I'm going to start people from not liking me even more, is I think the Santa Claus movies, I can't watch them. I just can't stand those movies.
I've never seen them.
What?
So I go with the best one of all time, which is the movie Love Actually. I think it's absolutely the best holiday-themed, most heartwarming, most goosebumpy, tear-inducing movie. It's perfect all the way around. And if it's ever on TV and you happen to, I'm like, ugh. Now I'm in because now I got to finish it. But I love Actually.
I'm going to have Jeff go last because he's just going to read you the riot act after that. Amy, go.
Okay, well, I have always loved the Santa Claus. It's gold. Like, it's comedic gold. Now, the second two are very hokey. But the first one was amazing.
Yeah.
And I've always loved Charlie Brown Christmas.
Christmas special that was on in the 1980s. Will Vinton's Claymation Christmas.
Oh, I forgot about
it. It is. Amy absolutely hates it.
It's just creepy.
But it is claymation at its finest. It is probably, I have to watch it every year, once if not twice. Jeff, finish us off.
Honestly, you guys have both stolen mine. I have two that I watch every year. The first two right out of the gate. Christmas Vacation and Love Actually. Love Actually is actually my favorite. That is my favorite Christmas movie of all time.
So Derek redeemed himself for hating on the Santa Claus.
Should we do the song, Derek? If you really love Christmas, come on and let it snow. Okay, sorry.
And don't count out Krampus. Go watch Krampus.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the DVC Show. I am your host, Paul Krieger, and we are in a festive spirit this week. I've got my lovely wife, Amy Krieger, with us. We got John Sakari, aka Big Fat Panda, in the house.
Welcome home.
Derek DeBoer, Senior Sales Associate for the DVC Resale Market.
Hey, now, happy holidays, everybody.
And the one, the only, Jeff Haslam.
Ho, ho, ho.
We're going to get you a title one of these days, Jeff.
I don't need one. I'll answer anything.
Well, welcome, everybody. We do have our holiday spirit in check already, even though it's the second week of November. If you've not been paying attention, Disney World decorated for the holidays on November 1st. So why not, we say.
And last year, Paul pulled out our Christmas trees on Halloween.
I did.
No, not this year.
Halloween.
Yeah, this year, sadly, it's staying away the whole season, I think. So
we did all of ours today. So the tree is up, except for the ornaments, which we wait till our son comes home from college because we always do the ornaments together. But we needed some light festivity, especially on what day today falls. So I'm like, can I make my house as magical as possible?
No, I'm sad. We're just getting ready to move, so we don't have a Christmas tree up or anything. I miss it.
We're gonna have to come to your houses.
Little things that you can. Just that makes you happy.
We should be in the new house by like the second week of December. So maybe we'll put up a couple little things. I just can't. I don't know that I'll do the whole tree because we're headed north up to Wheeling for the holidays like we normally do. So I don't know. Jeff, did you decorate last year? I know it was your first year, but you were in an apartment. So
we were in a rental house.
Yeah.
And we went home. We went back to Utah for Christmas. So first of all, there was not really a good place in our house to do a tree, and we knew we weren't going to be in town anyway, so we didn't do much. We put up a couple of little minor things, but this year we are going full out. In fact, Amy might start. I leave for Utah tomorrow, and Amy might start without me, get things rolling. So
you're just going to come back, and Christmas is just going to have vomited all over your house, and it's going to be amazing.
I'm fine with it. Like normally, Halloween is usually my favorite holiday. But after having lived down here, Halloween starts like the day after my birthday, which is in July, and I'm sort of over it at this point. I'm ready for Christmas. Bring it on.
Yeah.
Well, I will ask you, all of our listeners and viewers at home, the same question that we asked at the top of the show. What is your favorite holiday movie? Be sure to put that in the comments below. Share with us why you love it. Maybe you'll turn us on to, a movie that we've never seen or a show or something like that. I know last year I also ended up starting to download like all of the old sitcom Christmas specials and Halloween specials this time of year. So like Home Improvement Christmas special, like it was always like the big night when it was like Christmas night and all your sitcoms like had their holiday shows on.
I actually do that too. I'll watch like the West Wing Christmas ones, the Friends ones. You always got to watch Festivus from Seinfeld. I do that too. I hit the highlights.
Yeah.
What about do you remember the variety show that Disney did and the Star Wars characters came on and they sang When You Wish Upon a Star, and Disney had not owned Star Wars at that time? It was very strange. It's a Christmas
I remember the Donnie and Marie Christmas special.
Oh, maybe that.
Which was terrible.
Maybe that's it.
When I was a kid, I had a Donny Osmond Barbie doll, and it only had one arm.
We don't have
That's
enough.
all-
We do
that's all
not
I
have enough
remember.
time in this show, ladies and gentlemen, to unpack that one. That is. Did it always have one arm?
As long as I can remember, I don't know. Jenny could probably remember
Huh.
what happened to it.
Gosh, had a little.
That has a garage sale purchase written all over it, Amy.
Uh-huh.
Parents literally got it at a garage sale and said, fine, I'll give you a quarter for it. And then they wrapped it up.
This week on the show, we are talking all things to do during the holiday season at Disney or the surrounding area. We kind of tasked everyone with coming up with, what are their go-tos, what are their must-dos at Disney during the holiday season, and we will discuss all of those. Before we get started, rather than kind of our traditional plug that we normally put at the top of the show, I wanted to let everyone know that as it is November, our entire World of DVC organization is again doing its Give Back November campaign to benefit Give Kids the World. And we started doing this last year, and I believe as an organization, the entire World of DVC raised over $20,000 for Give Kids the World between a variety of donations. And so we are doing it again this year and hoping to meet and exceed those numbers. For those of you unfamiliar with Give Kids the World, you definitely shouldn't be. They are an amazing organization that essentially provides week-long cost-free vacations here to the Central Florida areas to critically ill children and their families. So those people get to come here, stay at the Give Kids the World Village, have an amazing week-long vacation, go to the parks. They have rides at the village. It is just an amazing experience for these families who have gone through so much. And we this year, just like last, are just honored to be able to do our part to kind of help give back to this organization. Amy and I, even last year, we had the opportunity to go and volunteer for a day.
Mhm.
And we were scared to death because we were working the carousel. So we actually had to be responsible for people. And
Like a moving attraction.
yeah, it was a moving attraction. But
It was a lot of fun.
it was.
They are always looking for volunteers. So
Yes.
go over to their website. They have a volunteer application. If you get on the email list, they will send you, the list of when they need volunteers and where they
Yes.
need them. And they train you. You don't have to. For most of them, you don't have to have any, there's no prerequisite.
training or anything
Yeah,
like
they
that.
train you how to do it. We didn't know how to operate a carousel, but we figured it out.
Yeah. So what does Give Back November mean in terms of the World of DVC and us here at the DVC fan? What it means is that our core organizations, DVC Resale Market, Monera Financial, DVC Rental Store, Be Our Guest Vacations, all of those organizations throughout this month are going to be giving a portion of their proceeds back to Give Kids the World. We're also giving you the opportunity to donate as well. So in the description of this show, you will find a donation link to Give Kids the World. It is our team page. Team DVC fan, and we will try to meet and exceed the numbers that we hit last year. And we're going to be doing some fun things throughout the month to kind of encourage those donations along. So again, if you're not already a part of our DVC fan Facebook group community, make sure to head over there. We'll be kind of announcing kind of how we're kind of pushing those donations along. And then also maybe sometime in December, we'll have maybe Santa Derek play a Santa Claus role and pick some people that made a donation to Give Kids the World, and maybe send a autographed bucket hat, or what else you got in mind, Derek? I don't know. That creepy doll in the back of your couch.
Yeah, right. Exactly. You get to sit and watch the Santa Claus 1, 2, and 3 with me. That's your prize.
So
Hocus
please,
pocus.
please head to that link and donate to this amazing organization. Jeff, you actually got to go with us last year to the Give Kids the World holiday soiree, which was an incredible experience. I know they have a live auction during that event. You walked away with a trip to New York, I think it was.
Yeah, and I'm super bummed to be missing it this year. Like Amy and I have been talking about it all year, and it just happened to be in Utah this weekend when the event is. But yeah, so a silent auction, and yeah, I got 2 nights of hotel and Broadway tickets.
Yep. And if you are here during the holiday season, head to Give Kids the World's website, because they do have a lot of different holiday events that you can be a part of. They are continuing to decorate the village. Not kind of, I don't think they're calling it Night of a Million Lights anymore, but essentially they're decorating the holiday village, and they do have tours that you can come and tour the village. They also have some VIP experiences, or if you maybe have a small group or an organization that's looking for a place to do like a small event, they do kind of have the opportunity to do that while the village is decorated as well. One thing I will tell you is that we raised so much money last year for Give Kids the World, and the best thing that happens when we raise money is Jeff dances. So if you want Jeff to dance, then head to the link in the description of this video and
where do we donate if we don't want Jeff to dance?
No warning on that whatsoever. I just got blindsided.
Donate more money. That was Jeff at the event last year.
There it is again. I'm sorry, Jeff.
It is. It's saved to my favorites on my phone, and it is probably.
I was just going to say, Paul has been waiting for the longest time and asked literally every month, "Can we do a Christmas show? Can we do a Christmas show?" Because they just want to use this picture of Jeff.
So again,
he's got way worse pictures than that one, honestly. So.
Yeah, but it is truly my favorite. It was a wonderful night at the soiree. Amy and I actually, we bid on an auction item last year, and we are going back actually this coming weekend. So it will have already happened when this show went up. But again, I apologize for making it so long to talk about, but it's such an important cause, and we're so passionate about it. So please head to that link, donate if you can, or if you want to do business with one of our companies, if you've been thinking about that, this month is the month to do it, because again, a portion of those proceeds are going back to Give Kids the World. So moving on to the topic of the night or the day. I guess these go up in the morning. So the topic of the morning, whenever you watch this, we are talking all things holiday at Walt Disney World. And again, or Disneyland, any Disney kind of place. But we kind of asked the entire crew here to come up with what are the things that are their must-dos or the best things to do at Disney during the holiday season. And Amy, I am going to kick it off with you.
Of course. Okay, so I was looking at your list, and I don't mean to steal from it, but
no, what do I have to talk about then?
I'm stealing one. We went to Jollywood last year, which was the inaugural
Jollywood Nights
year
at Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, and it was probably one of my favorite holiday events that we've done in a long time. And we've done Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party a lot, and it's great. And I took my mom 1 year; she really loved it. But there was just something about Jollywood that felt a little like, it was Disney, but it felt a little more grown up. I really loved dressing up and going to Hollywood Studios. I wore, like a sparkly red dress, and the photo opportunities there were top notch. They just had these, so many really cool, the photos that move and things like that. It was just really cool. The shows were great. And you didn't really even get, free things, like you get the free cookies with.
We got those coasters that have been in our living room all year.
Yeah, that is true.
I love those coasters.
One of them is actually my desk coaster. So, but I just really love Jollywood. It just had the ambiance, with the glowing lights and the music, and I don't know, it was one of my favorites. And if I was going back to a Christmas party, which we just have a really jam-packed schedule these next 2 months, so I don't think we're going to be making it to one.
If we do, it's going to be really last minute. It's going to be like.
But Jollywood would be my top choice of going back. It was just an excellent event.
And we also did it kind of last minute too, which I think was, I don't want to say last minute, but we did it at the end of the season.
We did the absolute last party.
So we did the last Jollywood party, which, here at Disney, the season is from November 1st all the way through basically the first week of January. So you're going to have some sort of Christmas element that entire time that you're here. And that was cool. We were also there during one of the special Disney Vacation Club nights.
Yeah.
And so on special nights of both Jollywood nights and Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, there are some exclusive Disney Vacation Club things. It's basically just a special treat stop in most of the situations and maybe a unique character. I remember they brought over one of the Tin Soldier and one of the reindeer
from the parade.
That they
which
do,
was really
at Magic
cool because how
Kingdom.
often do you get to take your picture with them?
Yeah, and they interacted with us. They were fun. They kind of were playing around with us. It was tucked like back away. I think it was in the Lightning McQueen Race Academy.
Yeah,
yes,
oh my goodness,
it was back by there. This year, I believe, at least for Jollywood nights, it's above Pizza Rizzo, so they've changed it up. I don't know if that's maybe saying like, oh, maybe there's going to be a Muppets something. I don't know. So if any of you head to Jollywood nights, Panda's eyes got real big.
Up,
he was like, yeah, I would like that. So yeah, Jollywood nights. Panda, did you get to go to Jollywood last year?
I went twice last year because I loved it so much. And I went to the first one that everyone complained about. And we were like, why is everyone complaining? And I kind of figured out most of the people that had a problem with it were waiting in line for drinks too long. I think they solved that towards the end. But the shows and stuff, I didn't think they phoned it. Did you get to see the Nightmare Before Christmas show there?
Yes. And
yeah.
I don't even love Nightmare Before Christmas. It might be one of my least favorite movies. But to see that Jack Skeleton that they bring out. Yes, because normally we're so far away at the Halloween fireworks.
Yeah, you don't get to see him.
Yeah. Oh, our dogs just barked at each other.
And he stayed for a long time on the stage. I was like, wow, that's
right.
Cool. Yeah.
To see him that close was really cool. And then I finally figured out how he worked. I was like,
yeah.
Oh, that's
it's
how he
still
works.
Great.
Yes, and then the show that had Tiana, and that was a really cool show.
Oh, and the Muppets,
Yeah, so if there's any party we might go back to this year, last minute, it might be that if they don't all sell out. So we'll see how all the moving and house situation stuff goes first. Jeff, give us something from your list.
Well, I'm jealous, first of all this Jollywood talk. I didn't get to go last year, so I might have to go this year because it sounds awesome. My favorite thing about Christmas at Disney is still Main Street. I love the way that Main Street is decorated. I love the way... they make it snow and the music and the smells, the treats. That's my favorite place to be at Christmas. I used to really like the tree trail at Disney Springs when it was actually a tree trail. Yeah. But now they're just kind of scattered all over the place. And
I don't know. I really miss that too. Yeah. And they had snow there and it was like a
Santa
whole
was
thing.
back there.
Yeah. And you went
in. They had so much snow that you kind of got smothered. Like it was almost a blizzard of fake snow.
3 people died. Too much snow. 3 people died.
Although, an honorable mention, because it was the first time I'd done it, but when we did Hoop-de-Doo for the DVC special last year with Mary.
Yep, Hoop-de Holidays.
They're doing that again this year.
Really fun.
Yeah, Hoop-de Holidays is back this year again over at Fort Wilderness. Reservations are already being accepted. I'm not quite sure if they've sold out.
A new show? for the holidays, it's a different show.
It's not a different show, but so Hoop-Dee-Doo in general changes for the holiday season. So they do incorporate some special, holiday songs and stuff.
Oh.
For Hoop-Dee Holidays, they added kind of an additional special kind of interlude in the middle of the show that's specific for Disney Vacation Club members, because this is basically a special paid event that you do have to call member services to book. You've got to be eligible for Disney Vacation Club extras, so DVCY on your membership, but you can book. There's 2 specific dates coming to mind. I'm going to butcher what those dates are. It's like the first 2 weeks of December. There are 2 nights, and each night there are 2 showings.
And you get a gift, and it was a really awesome ornament.
Yes.
It's really good quality. Yeah. Metal, had all the DVC resorts on it.
Wow.
Really it looked like a snowflake, like a big snowflake.
Never heard of this. Not on my radar at all. I'm so glad to know this.
Yeah. Well, we videoed last year, so you can go back and check it out.
We did
I absolutely will.
We did a
Clearly,
vlog of it
Panda
last
doesn't
year.
watch her own shows.
Unless I'm in them. I don't know.
Way to keep up with our content, Panda.
But no, truthfully, of any event, like I even forgot about that one and kind of coming up with my list. But like
That was a great event.
It killed me to not rebook it for this year, and I would say that give member services a call, see if there's still any spots available.
And even just being in Fort Wilderness, you get to see all the decor, the campgrounds and stuff. The Pioneer Hall is all decorated with lights, outside and inside. So it's just really a very cool atmosphere.
I will. I'll go next only because I have a laundry list of things here. Maybe you guys do too. So we'll go back around the room if we have some extra time here. But I am not going to stick at Disney World, and I'm going to go with the theme of my shirt, which is down the street. Universal Studios, Earl the Squirrel, and the Macy's Holiday Parade. I don't think I have felt the holiday spirit as much as I have at Universal the past few years, in both being in Universal Studios for that Macy's parade. Again, snow, confetti cannons, Santa comes down and lights the giant Christmas tree.
The prettiest music.
The best music ever that I basically try to find and I play on a loop when I'm working throughout the day, throughout the holiday season. And then, Earl the Squirrel and the tribute store that they put together is top notch. I somehow spend money there every year, even though I'm not trying to, just because I think that they've hit the nail on the head with both the holiday merch and just kind of the feeling of the holiday season over there. So if you are here, head down the street and maybe head to Universal Studios for a day and kind of get some holiday love down there as well. Derek, what's something on your holiday list?
Yeah, so I was excited when you said that this was a show that we're going to talk about, because as much as I like Halloween's fine. It's cute. There's no better place to be, I think, in the world than Walt Disney World when everything is decorated for the holidays. So every single resort, and I know we can talk about going on resort tours, and you could do monorail tours, and you could see all this. For me, it was a tradition that we started a couple of years ago, and Jeff kind of touched on it too. There's no place better during the holidays than Main Street USA. And my wife, Annie, and I decided to do some, kind of last minute holiday shopping and head over to the Magic Kingdom. And we snagged a reservation at Tony's Town Square. We got a seat outside. So right on the patio, literally right next to the big giant main Christmas tree, you could see the Christmas music. You could see the decorations. You could see people taking picture with the characters while we sat outside on that, little patio there. There's not a lot of seats there. But God, you had a glass of wine and we had food that was actually pretty good. So for us, that is definitely a new tradition and one that we're going to do every single year. We just talked about doing it today. So yeah, Main Street USA, outside Tony's Town Square, glass of wine, can't
See,
beat
that's-
it.
You are the third person that
I
has
want to do that.
said
Yeah.
Tony's Town Square is worth giving another shot.
I
We've
think
never
it's
been
made
there.
a comeback. We've heard good things lately.
But not inside. Like I would literally wait however long they told me during because we had dinner there a couple of months ago and they sat us inside and we brought the kids and it was fine. I mean, the food was, it's not the same vibe as when you're sitting outside.
Yeah.
However long it takes, just say, I'll wait because it's completely and totally worth it. It makes that overpriced glass of red wine taste like it's, $500 a glass. It's such a cool view. It's fantastic.
Jeff, you
sound like it might be another date night video is what I'm hearing. Is that what you guys are hearing?
I am hearing that. I am hearing
I want
that.
to know how much wine he had because he saw the Christmas music.
Jeff, since we're talking about Magic Kingdom, your response of Main Street made me think of this. Do we think that Dream Lights are ever coming back to the Magic Kingdom castle?
Oh, I miss those so much.
I do too. I miss them too, but they've invested so much money on those projections and stuff. I don't know. I hope so. I hope so.
Those lights, no matter how much you saw them on film, until you saw them in person, they are incredible. And I think they saved money by not doing them, and I'm sad.
Yeah.
But conversely, when we're talking about projections, I do like the Tower of Terror, what they do with those projections.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's another really kind of special area.
But that's because you haven't seen Dreamlights on. I'm sorry, that's because you haven't seen the Dreamlights on the Tower of Terror. No, on the Tower of Terror. Otherwise, then we would like their projections.
He's ruining Christmas.
Well, just throw them on Spaceship Earth while we're at it.
Dream lights on everything. Just throw the lights everywhere. That's what some people in the neighborhood do. They just kind of throw them on the house.
Hey, at this point, I'm happy to see anybody decorate.
That is true. I used to be very stingy. We would drive around our house or do a walk with the dogs, like around the neighborhood. I just said drive around our house. We would drive around our neighborhood, or go for a walk with the dogs around the neighborhood, and I would grade
He would assign
light displays,
grades,
like A to F, depending on your lights. And for the longest time, I was very, very specific about what got an A or a B. And nowadays, it's you get a B if you just tried, if you just threw some lights up there and went for it. So, it's not hard.
So, if you want your Christmas light display graded by Paul Krieger, send a photo
to info@dvcfan.com.
I've earned a solid B a couple years in a row. So.
Derek, you had a comment?
No, yeah. Just while we're talking about things that maybe we miss a little bit, when I was thinking about this, God, I totally forgot about those castle lights, which are fantastic. But the first thing I thought of that I miss, and I don't know how many people maybe even remember it, but it is the Epcot lights of winter. When you would walk from Future World to that main tree that's right there, it was a canopy, 4 or 5 different canopies that had lights.
Pictures of this. Yeah.
If you're not familiar with it, you need to Google it. Epcot Lights of Winter. It had music, and it was all you walked underneath the canopy of Christmas lights, and it went on from, I think I wrote it down. It was 1994 and 1994 to 2008, and then the rationale when they stopped it. They said that technology doesn't exist anymore, so we're going to do something else with it. And it literally was like light bulbs. You can't tell me that the technology doesn't exist anymore.
Light bulbs have gone away.
But Google it. Take a look. Let me know if you missed it just as much as I do.
And a lot of people, we've never gotten to experience that. I've also never gotten to experience the Osborne lights at Hollywood Studios.
No.
I know.
Amazing.
It was the best.
It was before.
Can I just go on record as an early Merry Christmas present to all of us? Derek often jokes about the fact that he doesn't wear pants for these shows. I'm just really glad that he did for the camera angle that we just got.
For
Merry Christmas to all of us.
the audio listeners out
Actually,
there.
Jeff, a game would be to go through the old shows and try to figure out was Derek wearing pants in this episode?
Another thing too, and we should give some love out to Disneyland.
Oh yeah! Oh my goodness!
They still do the Haunted Mansion layover, because it's Nightmare Before Christmas, goes from Halloween all the way through the holidays.
It started in
And-
July this year, didn't it?
Yeah, it started really early.
So yeah, it was super early. I know they've been doing construction over there, and I don't know if that's the reason why that they're kind of revamping that entire section of the park because they have Tiana's opening very soon. So that ride just if anything could, I'm not a fan of duplicating or cloning things, but I would absolutely love if something like that came to our Haunted Mansion, or even if you don't do like Nightmare Before Christmas, bring kind of a holiday element just to the ride itself and make up a new story with
it. And honestly, I said earlier, I don't love Nightmare Before Christmas, but that overlay is so cool. Like, it is so extensive that you just can't help but just be in awe. The entire ride. It's just oh my goodness, this is just
it feels like a completely different attraction. It really does.
Like a completely.
Disney World, we get Jingle Cruise, which I think they put a Santa hat on one of the lions, and that's the overlay of it. So, I would love to see them lean into, oh my gosh, Muppet Christmas Carol or Muppet Haunted Mansion.
Yes,
either one of those.
That would be
could
cute.
Be really, really fun.
Yep. And the same thing with Small World. They do the Small World
holiday also.
And the way that is decorated at Christmas time with those lights. Oh my God.
We liked it so much. I think we rode Small World like 3 times during that trip, which normal people don't ride Small World.
Normal people don't make it through one.
The lights were just so cool on that overlay.
It was
I really hope
awesome.
The new Bear Jamboree gets a Christmas redo like the old one did, because it was a lot of fun.
That would be cool. Yeah. Also, just on the overlay topic, now that Jeff has started it, I will say that it's not as extensive as Disneyland, but the overlay they do on Living with the Land at Epcot is really nice. What is it called? Greenhouses Aglow, or did I make that up?
You did make that up. It sounds better than whatever it was.
What is it really called?
Like glowing greenhouses or something. You keep talking about it.
Okay. Anyway, love, if you don't get a chance to do that, it hasn't started yet. I don't think it starts until later November, or maybe even not until December. You'll have to look that up when you're doing it, but you definitely want to see it. You definitely want to ride it at night, because if you ride it during the day, the sun is in the greenhouses, so you're not really getting the full effect. Ride it at night. It is beautiful. I love it. It's one of my favorites. And then during the Christmas parties, and these unfortunately are only during Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, not normally, but you can go on Space Mountain, and they're playing, I don't know if it's like Mannheim Steamroller or some kind of, along those lines, Trans-Siberian type music, and there's lights. It really elevates that experience. And then the Tomorrowland Speedway is kind of cute. They usually decorate it in lights too.
I can't find a name for it whatsoever. What'd you call it?
I called it Greenhouses Aglow.
I think it was like shimmering greenhouses or something.
I think the shimmering word was,
but I can't find it. The interwebs is failing me at the moment, so I'm going to stay in Disneyland
Living with the Land holiday overlay that we didn't want to spend too much money on, but we wanted people to at least talk about it.
You slap Christmas lights on something again these days, I'm giving you an A. Like, it doesn't take much to make me happy.
Amy in the Land is like, I never saw a rutabaga with that much glow on it.
It's so cool. I'm trying to find the name.
It is cool. They put like minimum effort into it. I feel
it is, yeah.
All right, Panda, give us one of your
Glimmering Greenhouses. It was called Glimmering.
I don't want to repeat, but a lot of my stuff was repeat. I was going to say Main Street too. There's something about, walking into Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party when they're handing out hot cocoa, and the carolers are out in their Victorian garb and they're singing.
Yeah.
And it's just that feeling. And you know what I'll tell you? The hot cocoa at Disney, when they do the Christmas party, you think they're going to give you that weak hot cocoa. No, they knew, double pack it. They're not stupid. They did it. So it's good stuff. But it's a really nice, that feeling of Main Street is just amazing. And then going back to Jollywood, it's just, incredible. Something just that out of Disney, ice over at Gaylord Palms.
Oh,
make
yeah.
you feel like you're in the Christmas spirit for like $25 if you want to do something.
That's a great one.
I'm going to try that this year. We were going to do it last year, and I never did, but I'm going for sure.
They keep saying.
I'm going to try to go with you this time. Let me know when you go, Jeff.
Yeah. plan.
You guys should go. You could video if you did.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah,
It's
so
fun.
this year the theme is Elf. Like the movie Elf. Yeah, and last year I was sad that we missed it last year, or whatever year they did the Peanuts, the Charlie Brown.
Charlie
Was that
Brown
last
Christmas.
year?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're right. It's very, it's a low price. It looks really cool, and every single year they have a new theme. Like one year it was Christmas Story, one year it was The Grinch.
Yep.
So that's really a cool thing that's different that you could venture to with your family. That's not very expensive.
Panda, you talked about the hot chocolate there. We went with Amy's mom to a Mickey's Very Merry Christmas party, and as part of the party, included in your ticket price is hot chocolate and cookies. And Amy's mom is a diabetic, and the game of the night was to see how many cookies we got. And she actually pulled it off by telling some cast members that there was too much sugar in the hot chocolate, and could she have 2 cookies instead? Now, I
like the way she thinks.
I mean, it was successful. I think
She
we
did have a good haul.
we came home
Yeah.
with like 80 cookies total.
She would also
between
just
all
get
of
back
us.
in line. Like,
Okay, I have a
So
quick story for you. I'm with my mother in Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, and they hand you the free hot cocoa and the cookies. So then we go to the Osborne Lights at the studios, and there's a person with a tray. It's selling hot cocoa and cookies. What do you think she does? Thank you. She just starts eating, drinking, and the lady's like, "That's $9.85." And she's like, "What are you talking about?"
oh my.
Well, having just recently met Amy's mom, that tracks, and I love everything about
yes, it does.
She is just the most awesome person.
You all are gonna get to meet her really soon, because we did actually
I
film
forgot
a
about
video.
That was a while ago.
We did film a video with her at Animal Kingdom one day, so you, the audience, are going to get to meet the lovely Jackie.
We went to
soon,
Sanaa, in Animal Kingdom Park.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So it was a fun time when she was here visiting. So
I have a Christmas wish list, something that I've never done in all of the times I've been to Disney World that I keep saying I'm going to do every year, and I just never do it. I've never done the Candlelight processional, and I think I would enjoy it. I think I would like that.
Oh,
that is
amazing.
that is probably the thing we go back and do the most. I think since we first experienced it a couple years ago.
So when we first started, the first couple times we did it, we did the dining package, which everyone's like, you gotta have the dining package. Now that we're local, we'll just kind of show up and get in line. And we don't really feel like we have to have a seat that's way up close. A lot of times you can see a lot more from further back. Yeah. So
it's such a large production that you're gonna, wherever you are, even if you're kind of grabbing something to eat at the America Pavilion booths for Festival of the Holidays, you're going to see the show and hear the show. I mean, even if you're just walking by, so you can just hang out in that area and enjoy it. But
that's so funny you mentioned that, Amy, because we did it last year where we brought our boys who had never seen it for the first time. So we did the whole dinner package. We went to Germany. It was fantastic. And we get in line and they start walking us towards the front. And we're like, oh my God, this is going to be fantastic. We're like, I must be in the front row, right? And we're like walking up to the front.
Yeah.
And then you realize after the show starts, you're like this. So
right.
Really,
you're looking at
looking at the whole orchestra's legs.
Yeah.
That is 100%. And it was Whoopi Goldberg, and Whoopi Goldberg sounded great, but it was, if that's your key learning, the further back you sit during Candlelight, because it's all about the presentation that's in front of you and on the sides. You want to sit further back, not in the front with the DeBoer family.
That's so funny, because we saw Whoopi Goldberg our first one, and we sat in the very front row,
and we didn't see. We did not see Whoopi Goldberg.
Legs.
I felt
funny.
I got lucky with Isabella Rossellini. You have to hear her accent do the Candlelight speech. It's great.
That's awesome. Yep.
Yeah. And it's a really awesome list this year that came out. Like, I believe I already saw people posting that they're already camping out waiting for like Josh Gad and
I know. I would love to see him. He's like really one of the early ones, I think.
Yeah, Neil Patrick Harris, MPH. He used to be the must see, but I feel like it's slowly changed.
Well, because he comes every year now, so
he
became like
he's old news now, I guess. I don't know. I'm going to jump back to Disneyland with another one of mine, which is one that I both respect and yet don't understand all at the same time, which is the Disneyland handmade candy cane distribution. This is probably the most cutthroat line system that Amy and I have ever really taken part of, which is that on select days in December, Disneyland makes these homemade giant candy canes that you can purchase. But to get them, you have to queue up before parks open. You then get in a line and you get a wristband that says you got in a line and you have been assigned a candy cane. And then later that day in the afternoon, when the candy place opens up, you can then go pick up your candy cane. But this is like...
Yeah, and they're like this. They're like,
they're
wow,
huge.
my hand's not even... Yeah, they're like this big.
And it was wonderful. It did not make it back home in a single piece.
Right. We bought 2 of them. We put one in each of our suitcases, and they were demolished
They were...
by the time we got home.
Oh, I don't know. Like,
Oh gosh, this was 2019.
Yeah, I don't really remember. Yeah, it was like... It was 5 years ago, maybe $20-$30. I don't know. Maybe I'm making that up.
They were good. I mean, they tasted like a candy cane, but I guess
I
That's the you want.
That's good.
I picture them like being sharpened into shivs and like being used as weapons for this thing.
I think my favorite thing about it was the picture that you took of me with it.
Yeah, great photo op.
The photo op,
but it's like a family tradition for some people.
Yeah, if you love the candy cane, just tell us.
It is a big ordeal. They market it. I just saw today. It's actually what made me think about it was because today they announced kind of the distribution dates and all that kind of stuff for it. So
yeah,
it's a big deal.
I can't get out of my head now what Jeff said. People with candy canes and ships. Damn it, people.
Disney get violent
this went back to Krampus real fast.
Yeah.
Amy,
we haven't talked about the biggest thing that we should be talking about as DVC owners, which is just going to the resorts at
exactly what I was going to say.
And touring them.
Derek did mention it briefly, but
nobody listened to him.
It was definitely like a flyby. Yeah,
DVC's old news.
I agree, though, especially like the big. I love the one
Grand Floridian.
Grand Floridian, Wilderness Lodge,
Beach
Animal
Club.
Kingdom.
That merry-go-round is usually really rad.
Yeah, it is, and they retheme it every year. It has a different theme.
What if there was like on select nights, like a bus tour that they put together that like took you around to the different resorts, gave you some treats. Gave Panda's mom some hot chocolate and cookies. I think that that seems like an easy money-making opportunity.
And it's so hard to get to all of them because we did that resort marathon. We literally started bright and early in the morning. And Jeff, you were with us. Panda, you were with us for breakfast. Jeff, you made it the whole day, I think, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you were there till the end. I mean, it was morning until night. And I mean, we were so tired because we had to, you had to do a lot of walking and you had to wait for a lot of, Disney transportation and buses and you have to, sometimes you have to go to other places to get to another resort, first. So yeah, a bus tour of all the decor and stuff would be really cool.
Yeah, we've done several different articles over the years on dvcfan.com of us going around and getting photos at the different resorts. Mm-hmm. And then we basically live streamed that entire marathon. It was actually part of what we did for Give Back November and Give Kids the World last year. We're toying around the idea of doing something like kind of similar, but it may be not until like December or so. Maybe like after the Polynesian opening, maybe sometime that week we might do some kind of smaller tour because that is something that for me gets me in the holiday spirit also.
Well, and to be fair, our tour last year there was no Christmas decor up yet. In the resorts.
Yes, yeah, we were too early.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We arrived at resorts and said, "What is this? You still have Halloween?"
Yeah, and I remember we did the tour, and I remember our plan was to finish the night off at Magic Kingdom.
Magic Kingdom or Epcot for fireworks. Yeah.
Oh,
something.
yeah, we didn't.
We got to Boardwalk, and the three of us looked at each other and were like,
yeah, and there was more of us to start with, and then there was only 3 of us left still standing.
slowly pittered out throughout the day, but it's fun. I'd do it again.
It was way fun.
Well, we stayed relatively on schedule. I remember I made like a full schedule of it. Probably those live streams exist somewhere. I think they're over on the DVC Fan Facebook group because I think it was easier for us to live stream there.
The whole thing is available on the YouTube channel.
Did I put it together?
The whole thing, it's like multiple hours long.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, definitely. I'm positive.
Well, there you go.
I'll look it up and tell you what
Amy's
it's called
positive. She's
really
going to look it up.
quickly.
Derek, anything else on your list of holiday must-dos in and around the Disney area?
I just happened to come up with an idea as you're talking about that, like, private tour of the resorts during the holidays. I think it'd be fantastic if we all rent a big old giant van and people make donations that get to Give Kids the World, and we'll drive them around to all these different resorts. We would make bank. I'm telling you, that would be a great idea.
That's actually a good idea.
Except they wouldn't let us in, so we'd have to drop them off like on the side of the road.
They'd see Derek pulling up with his van.
Well, so I'm going to touch on just two things, just super quick. One that I think is really cool and extremely underrated for the holidays is the magical menagerie puppets that are at Animal Kingdom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are awesome. So if you haven't been there and seen them, they're great. You can get some of the coolest photo ops. It's such a unique, kind of an underrated thing that, again, it's included in your park ticket. It's not a show. You just kind of see them walking around. So the magical menagerie tickets. Try to say that. Yeah, that's very cool.
Those are cool.
Super pretty. And then my other one, if we're going outside of Walt Disney World, and I know we're going to do a show coming up about it, is there's nothing cooler. Maybe right next to Main Street is the lobby at Vero Beach during the holidays. So their tree is phenomenal. So in that main building right there at Vero Beach during the holidays, if you haven't seen it, Google pictures of it. It's fantastic. It's such a great, beautiful tree that goes all the way up 4 or 5 stories. But it also has, because it's Vero Beach, which is known for the sand turtles, it's got some ornaments on it, glass turtles that are like this big that are spread out throughout the tree. So Vero Beach, if you haven't been during the holiday time, points are low for DVC members. That's where I'm going in December for, I think, 3 or 4 nights in the in-room. It's a great place to go during the holidays. Great point chart, great resort, great cast members. It's the best.
And along those same lines, we've not gotten to see Vero Beach around the holidays. I really want to. One of our favorite restaurants over there is Ocean Grill, and they go all out for the holidays. The way they decorate, for Halloween a whole bunch, and then they really decorate for Christmas. So if you're at Vero Beach for the holidays, like Derek is, head over to Ocean Grill. Very, very festive over there as well.
Last on my list is just holiday snacks on snacks on snacks on snacks on snacks. There is no amount of time that gives me enough time to go eat and drink and be merry and do all of the things at Disney that you can eat, drink, and be merry about. One of my personal favorites that I always do is they do have a mixed bag of gingerbread cookies at the gingerbread house at the Grand Floridian that I always end up getting because it's just kind of like a little hodgepodge of things. There's some candies in that bag as well. That's always something that I do. I always love the Jock Lindsay's holiday bar overlay that they do at Disney Springs.
They have some really cool looking little food items too every year.
Little snacks, some great drink options there. But just so much to do in terms of eating and drinking around, Walt Disney
and then
World
all the resorts, especially all the deluxe resorts, they all have, most of them have like little stands, just like Grand Floridian does, that sell specialty little snacks and stuff. They have that at Beach Club. They have it at Contemporary. I think they have it at Boardwalk too, right?
Yeah,
Boardwalk, most of them.
Yeah, and most should be opening here in the next few weeks. So I know that a lot of kind of the quick service restaurants have already actually launched their holiday specials. So there's
and the gingerbread giraffe at Animal Kingdom Lodge is so cute. I don't even like the gingerbread, but it's adorable.
Amy, I'm not a fan of it, but everybody I know is. Are you a fan of the holiday sandwich at Earl of Sandwich?
Oh my gosh, it is I was going to bring it up, but they have it all year round. They have it all year round. But I
didn't know that.
Yeah, it's all year, but we have to have it at least once during the holidays. Like I have to have it. Yes, I absolutely love it. And you tried it, you don't like it?
I haven't tried it. It's just not my turkey. Thanksgiving is not my thing. But I love Earl of Sandwich. Their chicken sandwiches I love.
The one that's
so good.
The one that's odd that they occasionally do also during the holidays is they have a holiday ham sandwich, which is like ham sweet
I can't
potatoes.
remember. Yeah, that one's a little weird. The turkey one is turkey. It's got the stuffing. The stuffing actually makes it really good. It's like then it's got like a cranberry mayo, and I feel like there's more on it, but the bread is really good. Yeah. What I did want to say really quickly was that if you want to watch that marathon show from last year, we did it in early November. It is on DVC Fan YouTube channel. It's called Visiting All 12 Disney World DVC Resorts. It is over 3 hours long.
There you go.
So we go to literally every resort. We show you around the gift shops. We look at what's going on in the lobbies. And
I do not remember most of that day.
It was a long day.
It was a long day. But
what other 3 hours of video and 14 hours of walking.
Right. Yeah. The video.
Right?
Yeah. Because we couldn't live stream like the whole time. We lost some connections and stuff.
Yep.
So it was a lot of walking.
Anything we missed kind of on our tour around Disney and kind of special things to do this time of year?
It's all special.
It's all special. Yeah. There's a lot of cool holiday merch. I will also say, keep an eye on the Disney Vacation Club properties. They do bring out some special holiday merch. They actually already this year do have a holiday spirit jersey and some holiday mini ears.
Did you guys see the gingerbread popcorn bucket that's coming?
We did.
I don't know if it's just Disneyland, but it looks amazing.
It does. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. I think originally it was announced for Disneyland, but most of those things kind of end up over here. So
they need to.
They got to. Yeah. So, but yeah, merch is another great one. So there's all kinds of stuff to buy. Also keep a lookout for special deals if you are a Disney Vacation Club member. This time of year, there typically are some specials in terms of percentages off. Right now, probably expired or about to expire as of this show airing. There's a 25%, I believe it is, offer for Shop Disney.
Yeah.
And so
called the Disney Store now.
The Disney Store?
Didn't they change the name?
Did they fully rebrand it?
They did.
Yeah.
They did.
Well, Disney Store. I'm sure if you go to shopdisney.com,
it probably
still
reroutes you
to the same place unless Derek's bought the domain and then it takes you to his van services
for a resort drop off on the side of the road
services. But
yeah,
you said van services. I thought he said man services. I was like,
wow,
that's a different website.
We'll be on the outside, like right next to like the Wilderness Lodge, but not in. And we'll be like offering people like rum swizzles from the trunk, and they'll be, "This is the weirdest tour I've ever been on."
And yet I love it all at the same time. I'll always come back. 5-star review. So there you have it, folks. There are our thoughts for this holiday season. I can't believe it is upon us already, and there's a lot to enjoy here at the Disney parks, whether you're going to Disney World, Disneyland. I know Derek mentioned Vero Beach, Aulani, Hilton Head. All of those places have some special things going on during this holiday season. So be sure to plan a trip here. If you're not planning it this year, come next year and experience all the magic and everything that is here. And for one last time, I will tell you, please go to that link in the description of this show and share your love through this season with Give Kids the World as we do our Give Back November campaign. It means the world to us how much money we were able to raise last year, and we hope to be able to do it again for this amazing cause. So that'll do it for us for this week. And as always, we will see you next Monday.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, everybody.